Welcome to an Urbandale Highlight on Business. I'm Janice Wissanan, Membership Director of the Urbandale Chamber of Commerce. And yes, we are uniquely Urbandale. And you can find us at www.uniquelyurbandale.com. Today I have a very special guest with me. I have Becky DeVries with me with Midland Credit Union, and Becky is the president and CEO at the Midland Credit Union. Welcome, Becky. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome, Janice. Thanks for having me.
Well, Becky, you have been with the credit union for 35 years.
Correct.
So you must have started when you were 5?
Oh, thank you. That's what a lot of credit union members that have been members for over 35 years have said to me. But no, I was just about 21 when I started. Yeah.
Excellent. So when did the credit union decide to become an Urbandale Chamber member, and why?
2000 is when we joined the Chamber of Commerce, and it was primarily, we were closed credit union back then, and we were skirting the possibility of community and saying, okay, if we're going to become a community credit union, we do need to be participating more in the community environment, and the Urbandale Chamber of Commerce were right in their back door.
So where are you located at then?
We are at 106th and Buena Vista, between Hickman and Douglas Avenue.
So you're just right behind not too far from 100th Street where we're at 100th and Justin.
Correct.
Okay.
We're just six blocks away from you.
Excellent. So when you became an Urbandale, okay, let me back up. So when I first was getting involved in the Urbandale Chamber of Commerce, I had heard a story, and it involved Becky. So I had heard a story that her son was going to get some car insurance, and the car insurance agent that he was working with wasn't an Urbandale Chamber of Commerce. So Becky takes it to the truly level of Urbandale does a really good job of doing business with other Urbandale Chamber members. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I'd been on the board already. I got on the board in 2009, and so he'd heard his mother talk a lot about the Urbandale Chamber of Commerce and the benefits of shopping local and serving working with other chamber members. And so he was at a dealership that is a chamber member, was talking to the rep about, well, I need insurance, and the gal that he referred to, she wasn't a chamber member, but she got the business to join the chamber shortly afterwards, and she became very involved in the chamber.
Well, thank you for that. You're definitely an advocate of the Urbandale Chamber of Commerce. So not only are you a member, you have been ingrained in the culture, in creating the culture. You know, the thing that makes Urbandale unique as far as chamber membership is our board. Our board is just phenomenal. And how many years have you been on the board?
I was on the board for 3 years.
And then you were president?
I was president, yes. Did I say 3 years? I meant 6 years. 2 years as just a board member, and then was asked to come into the executive board. And I just ended as past president last year.
So that was quite a bit of your membership was that you were highly ingrained in the culture and helped set what Urbandale is for the chamber. So thank you for all your service with the chamber. And now you've taken it at a different level because you are involved in our Total Resource campaign, and the bank is doing quite a few sponsorships this year, aren't they?
Yes, the credit union is doing a lot of sponsorships. We're Midland Credit Union, and being in Urbandale and Pleasant Hill, 2 locations. We're not in Urbandale on a main street. People don't see us, and so they don't know that we're there, but we are there, and we are small, but we are mighty, and the additional sponsorship is the way for us to get our name continually heard, so we're top of mind.
And you've heard me probably a few different times talk about having coffee with me on Tuesday, and Mac teases me that I cook that day. I really don't. It's just that we're having coffee that morning. And the Midland Credit Union this year is the sponsor for my program, so thank you for that.
Thank you, Janice, for recognizing that.
So there had to have been somewhere, someone along the way that influenced you, kind of took you under their wing and mentored you. Who's that person for you, Becky?
Oh, boy. Well, to get me into the credit union, I would say Ben White. He was the manager that hired me when I found out what a credit union was and knew that I wanted to work in a bank, and found out the credit union way, and credit unions are the next best thing.
Excellent. So are you a reader?
I do read, yes, when I find time and or make the time, I would say. And I am currently reading books by Lisa Jackson.
Are you? So you said when you have time. So you have probably a pretty busy schedule. What's going on with you? What keeps you so busy?
Well, as the CEO president, you carry a lot of hats, specifically of a small credit union, and so there's a lot of time commitment for that. The additional commitment that I adore with my chamber member friends and through the TRC. And I'm married and for 25 years, have a 23-year-old son and a 22-year-old daughter and a 5-year-old grandson who Riley keeps us the most busiest as we co-parent him.
Excellent. So that you are busy, not only at how do you ever find time when you shut down and really go and enjoy your family? What are the things that you guys like to do together?
We like to go to Northwest Iowa. We have a jet ski and a small mobile home in Arnold's Park. And where I go to get away is my happy place is floating on the water, not in the water. I'm an on top of the water person, and I love to watch the sunset and the sunrise.
Well, excellent. So how can people get a hold of you, Becky?
515-278-1994 is our direct number.
And that's Midland Credit Union, 515-278-1994. Or you can go to midlandcu.org also for the website for that. So if you had an hour of free time, which more than likely you don't have a lot of free time, but if you had that hour of free time, who would you want to spend it with, living or not?
I would say my mother. And she's not living, and that's I'd want to be able to chat with her.
That's a good choice. Always the mom. We are, aren't we?
Yes.
So what are things, credit unions are very unique. There's a lot of banks, there's a lot of different credit unions, but your credit union, I've had the opportunity to visit with a lot of your different staff and the uniqueness, and also I've heard a lot of testimonials about what you guys do different. So you are a passionate credit union. How do you set yourself apart?
Oh boy, hire a great team who understand the banking world and who have a passion to serve, because our credit union members are the owners of the credit union, and we're there to serve them. Some instances, and we may not be able to, but in majority of the instances, we try to find a way to get a loan to work with them or get savings started. We have share draft checking accounts. Our board members are a volunteer board. They are not paid board members, and they're passionate about helping others as well.
So you had a good board mentor with your board there at the credit union that you brought over and utilized there at the Urbandale Chamber of Commerce then. That really set you apart to make you an outstanding, because we say the same thing. Our board members are volunteers like yourself.
Correct.
And with that knowledge and experience of your own that's been so positive, I'm sure that helped you bring to us was such a wonderful, positive president, and all those 6 years that you used to sponsor and to, gosh, you do so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it was. It was a reason why I asked. I knew what it was like to work with a board, and I at that point had not served on any board other than some credit union related organizations board.
Now, tell me a little bit about the credit union. Are there certain blocks of business that you do, or do you do all of them? Do you specialize in some?
Majority is consumer loans, automobile lending. We do mortgage lending in-house, as well as having a secondary service provider. We have commercial lending as well through Community Business Lenders, who is a credit union service organization that we are a part owner of.
Now, I've heard a lot through different networking groups that I've been in about your car loans and really going above and beyond and making a way that makes sense for the credit union, to make sense for that, but to also make sense and to fit that client's needs, or that I should say for you, members' needs.
The members' needs, yes. We're looking at the payment, but we want to be realistic as well. We don't want to stretch the payment out longer than the life of the vehicle could potentially be, because cars are running 11 plus years. And a lot of times people do come in looking for a loan on a 5 or 6 year old vehicle. And we do work to get that loan through.
And last I heard that your rates were sitting pretty nice.
The rates are still low, and we also have a loan promotion going on.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Wonderful. And where can you find information on that? Is that your website?
That's on our website as well, midlandcu.org.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for being with me today, Becky. And remember, get a hold of Becky at the Midland Credit Union. She'll be able to get all your questions answered, or she said she has phenomenal staff there that can answer those questions also for you. Again, Tuesdays are special. Come hang out with me, 9 a.m. at the credit union. No, let's go to the Urbandale Chamber of Commerce. I kind of might have said that on purpose. But it is in a sense with the credit union, because the sponsor for this year for the 9 a.m. Meet the Chamber is the Midland Credit Union. So you are hanging out with all of us. You'll get all your questions answered about the chamber, and maybe even stump me, because I don't even know what I don't know yet. So again, I'm Janice Wisnan with the Urbandale Chamber of Commerce, and thank you, Becky, for being here with us this afternoon, and thanks for watching.